Hey everyone, Dylan here, and in today's video, I'm actually, like I said in my first video, I'm going to be doing several different series. I'm seeing how they stick, how I like them, and something to do a little sprinkling in. This one, I don't know how well it's going to go or how many characters I'm going to do about it, but in this, I just want to, throw out inspirational anime characters. So I just want to kind of I don't know how many I'll do on this or what I'll talk about exactly, but I just want to kind of do this and, talk about some characters that I've kind of looked at as inspirational. Not that I've looked up to them necessarily, but I know people can, and it can be really awesome characters. So I decided to start out with one that stuck out in my mind really great, and he is from the show Naruto. And no, it is actually not Naruto himself, because in a good bit, Naruto was an underdog for a good while, and then later on, he still worked for the things he got, but it wasn't as such of an underdog story. It didn't feel like that, especially at the end. It was just stuff was just handed to him. So, but in a good bit of the early bits and early bit of Shippuden, he did work hard for a lot of his stuff, so he was a little inspirational, but Naruto's not who I'm talking about. The man. Well, I guess he wasn't a man at the time, but Rock Lee. Anybody who has watched at least part 1 of Naruto knows about Rock Lee and his awesome, probably one of the best fights in anime, in my personal opinion, and a really motivational and inspirational one. And so, with Rock Lee is a character in Naruto, if you do not know, who basically he shows up during the Chunin exams in Naruto, which is a thing to basically progress to a higher level of ninja. And you have Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura running into him, and he after their big mission, after Sasuke has unlocked his Sharingan, and then he wants to fight Sasuke, and Sasuke is very arrogant at this point because he has his Sharingan. He was arrogant before that, and then all that. So, and then Rock Lee just slaps him. He just beats his ass, and you're like, oh my god. And he did it with just taijutsu, which, if you don't know, taijutsu is just hand-to-hand combat. It's not with the chakra or genjutsu and trickery. He just whooped his ass with good old-fashioned hand skills. And so he was really strong, and we didn't really know what was up with him. But eventually, we come to learn that Rock Lee is a badass, but also he has a sadder-ish backstory, kind of, because unlike all the other kids, Rock Lee could not use ninjutsu. He just could not do it. He couldn't use genjutsu or ninjutsu. All he had was taijutsu, and he wasn't even very good at that in the very beginning. So he literally had nothing as a kid, and through just sheer effort and willpower, and, his determination eventually later, he puts all his time and energy into taijutsu, even though he wasn't that great at it. But it's build up the skill that you can the most and put your all into it. And then he turned into, kind of a taijutsu master of sorts, and he was really strong. And he wanted to prove it to everyone that even though he did not have those other things, that he could still be a great ninja. And, like I said, when he just, beats Sasuke, and we think he's impressive, but later on, they go through the Forest of Death, and then they get done with the Forest of Death, and they have a preliminary round to get rid of other ninja, because there were too many, and where it's just one-on-one fights between ninja. And then we find out Lee was holding back a great deal against Sasuke. Not only did he beat Sasuke pretty easily, in the fight he fought Gaara. I guess I didn't really specify which fight I was talking about, but you know the fight if you've seen it. Rock Lee versus Gaara of the Sand. One of the most best fights in anime. Period. I don't think many people disagree with that. That is just a great great fight. But so he fights this sand ninja that's like pretty much seems invincible and super strong. He has this sand shield that he doesn't have to do anything for. The sand just blocks him. And no matter what someone does, it'll just block, and you can't get any damage on this guy. And another thing we found out is like Lee got him as an opponent, and he doesn't have ninjutsu, so he's using his taijutsu and like nothing's working, and we're just like, well, like damn, like all he's got is taijutsu. What else is he gonna do? He's kind of like screwed here because he doesn't have ninjutsu. But then his sensei like tells him, take him off, and he's just kind of like, really? And then he like jumps up on like the hand symbol. Thingy thing that's on the battlefield, and then we learn like he like drops some weights, ankle weights from his thing, and then you hear like one of the Gaara's teammates. It's like he's not gonna be that much faster. He can't beat Gaara from just dropping a couple pounds of weight, and they hit the ground just like like they freaking make giant freaking like noises smashing into the ground, and it was insane. And then he was so fast, people couldn't see him, and he was so fast that the sand that was protecting Gaara of its own accord kind of could not keep up with Rock Lee, and he was just beating the crap out of him everywhere, just back and forth, just destroying him. And again, mind you, like he had these weights on when he just like gave freaking Sasuke the hands. He just like beat him without that. So Sasuke was like so undermatched in that fight. We had no idea. But then, even after Lee does all that, because doing that kind of stuff like really taxes him, he does a primary lotus attack, which like puts a lot of strain on muscles and stuff, and then it still doesn't take down Gaara. And then we kind of wonder, because he also has a thing called sand armor, which is like sand over his face or whatever, and like it kind of shielded him after that. So it's like, how many defenses does this guy have? And then we just think that Lee can't do it, and we get Lee's backstory, and it's really inspirational that, okay, if you can't do some of these things like other people can, focus on the things you can do. Put your all into those, and you can truly be magnificent and great at a skill that you can do. And so it was really inspirational. And then we thought it was done, but he was not done. He had one more ace in the hole, and then he like activates the inner gates. These gates like basically explained that they have these chakra limiters to limit chakra to make it safe, so for your body to live and function. And there are 8 of them, and if you open up all 8, you die, but you gain insane power. Probably like to become the like strongest in the world kind of power. Now he did not open all 8 of them, but he ends up opening like 5 of the gates. And once he opened, and it's so cool, he like has his arms like this, and he ends up like doing this, and he opens up like the 3rd gate. I think it's the gate of life. Forgive me if I'm wrong. It's just like open, and then you have these this like energy, this green energy starts swirling around him. His skin turns red, his pupils go away, and he just has this green aura, like I said, and he's like powerful and energy swirling. And then he entered the hidden lotus, I guess, which is a state of power. And then he opens up more gates later on, and the more and more you open up these gates, the more and more powerful you get. Of course, they're very taxing on the body. It was called a forbidden jutsu and stuff, so it was really weird, like kind of considered bad that he was taught this by his sensei, who understood Lee, and how he wanted to show he was a great ninja and show that he could be great even with taijutsu and all that. And then he was so powerful, he just beat the shit out of Gaara everywhere, just back and forth around, breaking through the sand armor. And then he's like, it's just incredible. And then he just delivers his final, hidden lotus. And when he opens the 5th gate and bam, just hits Gaara. And unfortunately, the fight does not end how we wished. because I don't know, they made Gaara like insanely defensive, and at the last minute, you know, Gaara pulled some stuff to help him, and unfortunately, Lee still ends up losing. But at the end, even when Lee finally passes out and collapses, and you think he's down, and the battle's over, you know, Lee's done lost at this point, but he stands back up, and he's literally standing, and he puts up his fighting pose, and he's unconscious. His will to win and fight and show everyone he's strong and that he can be amazing with just taijutsu was so great that even unconscious, he stood up ready to fight. And that is why I Rock Lee is one of the most inspirational anime characters that comes to my mind like snap immediately. And so that's why the character's really awesome. A lot of people could put a lot of things good and like respecting the character and look up to and all these sort of things. And so Rock Lee is awesome from Naruto. And so yeah, that is like one of the first kind of episodes or like videos type things to inspirational characters of anime. And I don't know what other characters I'm going to do, and I'll still talk about random other stuff other than just this. This just isn't going to be here always, but it's going to be something a series I can bring out here and there, just like my others about like high school stories and whatnot. And then I have another new series I'm going to be doing kind of for the Friday video or whatever. And so that'll be interesting. So trying to push forward, doing some new content, still doing the old stuff too, but yeah. Let me know what you guys think about Rock Lee, and maybe put down what are some inspirational anime characters that like comes to your mind first, and let me know all that good stuff. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for listening. I will see you in the next video.